Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is May 29, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the futures markets, where we cover everything from metals to commodities to natural gas to heating oil and so forth. We've got a lot to cover, so let's begin. This is our normal disclaimer to state that all charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details here. You can follow us on our website here or Twitter here at Ichimoku Trading. Okay, so let's go as we normally do. Let's go start looking at the chart. Remember, the left hand side is the weekly time frame, right hand side is basically the daily time frame. So let's go through and start going for the futures. We typically start off with the cocoa futures. And if you look at cocoa futures basically on the weekly time frame, we're in the cloud right now, so we're basically consolidating. Nothing really there. However, these charts are actually, believe it or not, setting up for a bearish trend, so be very, very careful right now. If you look at the daily time frame here, you could see the levels here that this thing is below the cloud and does have a possibility going lower. Okay, if you look at the resistance levels on this one, 3104 is a major resistance level, and if it breaks below 2900, this is going to definitely start a bearish trend on the daily time frame, which will start making the weekly time frame completely break down too. So this does have a possibility of going bearish very soon. Crude oil. Let's go ahead and look at crude oil. If you look at crude oil, it's been holding its ground here at 97.58, which we've been looking for, which is good. It's definitely going to start breaking above 104.73 to start a bullish trend to the top side. And the more this thing consolidates and just hold its ground here at 97.41, this thing definitely does sit there and does look like it can sit there and start going higher. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see a state of influx, but as this thing consolidates, believe it or not, it's actually getting more momentum to the bullish side. It's really got to start breaking up now and break of 104.73. Believe it or not, it's got about 2 weeks to do that. Okay. So crude oil definitely is in between. If it breaks below 99.13, it definitely does sit there. Maybe can start going down lower, but it is holding its ground, believe it or not. Cotton, if you look at it, it's under a major pullback right now. So resistance levels at 165.90, and you could see that here. And support's going to be basically at 140 on the weekly time frame. If you look at the daily time frame here, it's basically good, just consolidating here at the bottom of this movement, which is not good for the bearish at all. So it does have a possibility to start going higher. On the daily level, it's got to break 155.69. If it does, then it's definitely going to go to 165, and then maybe 178 if that happens. So remember, cotton's just in. If you look at the long-term picture, this is just a major pullback. Does not mean the cotton trend is over. Cotton trend is over at all. If you can look at the dollar futures here, the weekly time frame basically is bearish trending. However, it's in a pullback phase right now. If you look at the levels here, basically the resistance levels at 77.24 and support level is going to be 74.70. Okay, and if you look at the daily time frame here, you could see that 74.70 is a support level here, and 75.71 level is a daily resistance level there. If you look at basically the daily time frame, nothing really going on here. It's just got to break one of those two levels to determine which way it's going to go. Either it's going to continue to pull back as far as the weekly is concerned and go all the way to 77.24, or it's going to break down, retest the lows, and maybe break the lows. So only time will tell with that one. Okay, let's go and look at feeder cattle as the next one. So first of the meat stocks, if you look at feeder cattle, it's finally entering a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned, and you can see from the daily time frame completely has broken down now, so it's starting a bearish trend definitely on the daily time frame, which is equating to a major pullback on the weekly. Okay, lean hogs, if you look at that, it's pulling back. However, it's not on a major pullback as of yet. Okay, from the weekly time frame. So this is more bullish than the other one that we just went for feeder cattle. If you look at the daily time frame, we finally broken out of the cloud last week. Now we did a little pullback here. This may go pull back all the way up to 94.57, but it's got to hold 94.57. And then if it starts breaking down, this definitely will start entering a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned. But so on this one, I'll definitely look for bearish trades on the daily time frame, if anything. Copper, If you look at it, it's on a major pullback right now. If you look at the zoom into these levels here, you know, it's just holding its ground right now here at this its resistance level. It's at a major resistance level right now, so only time's going to tell what's going to happen here. However, momentum for the bulls are running out very, very fast. If this thing does not start pulling up this week and start breaking 4.500, this momentum is definitely going to go to the bears as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. If you look at the daily time frame here, you can see it's broken the Cajuns in here, but really does not mean anything. You got all your indicators in a state of flux right now. So if you look at both these pictures, believe it or not, it's more to the bearish side right now than bullish side. Heating oil, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, it's still under a major trend. It's holding its ground. Right now the resistance level is going to be basically at 3.0307, and your major support is going to be basically at 2.8808. You could see that on the weekly. If you look at the daily time frame here, it's just consolidating right now, but you know, you never know which way this is going to happen. If this consolidates for the next 5 more days, exactly where it's at here, a little pushment upwards is going to sit there and start moving upwards, and then this will also force this to be a continuation for the bullish trend. So heating oil is more biased right now, believe it or not, to the upside. Coffee, if you look at coffee, it's basically in a major trend. It's still in the major bullish trend right now. Support levels at 253.95, and it's got to break that level in order for it to start entering a major pullback. And the resistance level is going to be at 283.75. If you look at the daily time frame, it definitely looks like it's trying to enter a major pullback right now. So if anything, I'll be a counter trend player to the weekly, which would be a trend trader to the daily time frame right now. And I'll probably be betting on coffee to go down with a very tight stop. Lumber, if you look at the weekly time frame, you're setting up for being bearish, starting up for a bearish trend. Not quite there yet at all. If you look at the daily time frame, it was bearish trending, and it's entering a major pullback right now. So this will probably come all the way maybe up to the cloud or up to here at 250, and then at that point, it's going to test this guy out completely and probably sit there and start to go down. If it does, that'll force the weekly to start entering a bearish trend finally. Live cattle, remember we looked at feeder cattle and all that before. This is just like the feeder cattle, which is entering a major pullback right now, which you can see from the daily time frame. It's trending on a daily time frame, a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned. Natural gas, if you look at the weekly time frame, we're still consolidating as far as natural gas because we're in the cloud. If you look at the daily time frame, we had a huge push upwards last week. However, that does not mean this thing is bullish at all. So in fact, the momentum could swing either way. The indicators are in a state of conflict. So what this thing really needs to do is come down and then start moving up. If it does, then it's going to be opportunity for this to start trending as far as the daily time frame is concerned. But the weekly still needs a huge movement up in order to do that. It's really got to go above 4.8 in order to even start a bullish trend as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. Frozen orange juice is bullish trending as far as the weekly is concerned, and also the daily. So that's both bullish trending on both time frames. Palladium, if you look at palladium, it's bullish trending as far as the weekly is concerned. However, it's entered a major pullback right now. So we gotta wait and see exactly what happens. If you look at the daily time frame, it's in a state of influx right now, but the daily is starting to set up to start moving bullish again. It's really got to go down to about 748, go down there, hold that level, and then start moving up. If it does, then you're going to have a continuation trade as far as the weekly is concerned. And believe it or not, it has to happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. If it doesn't, this thing's definitely going to start breaking downwards. Platinum is still, believe it or not, bullish trending on the weekly time frame. It's a little ugly chart on the weekly, but it's still trending. Support level is basically at 1773, and then resistance level is going to be 1815 on the weekly time frame. If you look at the daily, it's basically in the state of influx. There's nothing really there at all. That equates to this big looking ugly chart in the weekly time frame. We've already gone from natural gas. Gasoline, let's go look at that guy. If If you look at gasoline, remember we said we're in a major pullback. Supports level basically is at $2.78 and resistance level is $3.12. And you gotta wait to see exactly what's going to happen there. This is bullish trending. It's going to keep on bullish trending. The only way it's going to enter a major pullback is if it's got to break 2.78, which is not even close right now. If you look at the daily time frame right now, believe it or not, it's in the cloud, it's consolidating, but it is tilted more towards the bearish side right now. So, you know, if this thing starts going below 2.94, then we do have a very high possibility going to 278 and maybe break it down a little more. So you may get some relief here after Memorial Day weekend. I think everyone expected here the upward movement for the U.S. holidays. But so, you know, we'll have tomorrow to see and then wait from there. Sugar, if you look at sugar, we had a major trend as far as the weekly is concerned. Now we pulled back. We pulled back too much, believe it or not, to a point we went below the cloud. Now, if sugar breaks below 20, this is going to, believe it or not, start a trend to the bearish side. If it breaks above 27, then we have a chance of getting to 28. If you look at the daily time frame here, we're basically consolidating right now. I've got a thick cloud to even go bullish, but basically it doesn't look like this is going to start a bullish trend for a very, very long time unless you get a huge movement upwards. Let's go look at silver. If you look at silver, we're in a major pullback right now. If we break 41.06, then the major pullback is going to be over, and we have a possibility of retesting the high. But we got to get above 41.06. Okay. If you look at the daily time frame, it's telling us the same thing right now. We're just kind of skating along this cloud right now, and if it keeps on doing that, we're going to get to 41.06 very soon. In fact, maybe this week, and at that point, it's going to be a key resistance level to see exactly what happens. If it breaks that, then we got a chance of going up and retesting the high. So we'll have to see next week exactly where we stand with silver. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Let's go look at mini gold futures. If you look at mini gold futures, the weekly time frame, we're still bullish trending right now. Minor support level is going to be 1502, and major is going to be 1442. If you look at the daily time frame right now, believe it or not, it's in a state of influx right now. Things kind of got to equalize. So if this thing just consolidates a little, it'll actually be good for the bulls and then start making a move upward. I think we'll get to 1575 very, very fast. Typically for June, gold tops out right in the middle of June. So I would probably expect gold to get up to about 1575, maybe break it a little to get all the bulls, the fans in there, and then probably start reversing. So let's wait and see what happens, but it looks like 1575 we may hit that again in June. 30-year treasury bonds, if you look at the weekly time frame, you're in a state of influx, nothing really there. If you look at the daily time frame, we're in a bullish trend, getting top heavy here. That's why we're consolidating here. If you look at the support levels here, it's basically 123, 113 is a major support level. Resistance level, we're at a major resistance level right now. So time's going to tell us exactly what's going to happen with this guy right here. And we've just got a couple more left. Let's go to corn. If you look at corn, bullish trending as far as the weekly is concerned, and you can see it's topping out here, which is causing a little consolidation pattern here. It's definitely going to start breaking above 780 to start a bullish trend on the daily, which will equate to the trend continuation as far as the weekly is concerned. Oats, nothing really there, which is consolidating on the daily, the weekly. If you look at the daily time frame, nothing really there at all. Next 4 days is going to tell you everything. But if oats actually pulls back to about 370, holds 370, and then breaks 380 again, this is definitely going to start a bullish trend as far as the daily is concerned, and then also maybe start pushing the weekly to become bullish too. So I'll definitely start looking at oats again this week. Soybean futures, nothing really there. It's just, you know, it's bullish trending still, but slowly moving downward, Major support level is going to be 1341. That's going to be the key resistance level. If it starts breaking above 1410, then we have a possibility of retesting the high and starting a bullish trend again. Wheat futures, nothing really there as far as the weekly is concerned. Daily, nothing really there at all. It really needs to move down a little and then go back up. If it does and breaks 840, then we can start a bullish trend as far as the daily is concerned. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Speak to you.